Everyone, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to discuss with you how to take a reference and improve those poses rather than just try to copy the poses directly from the reference and just blindly copy without adding any personality. Okay, so this is an example from one of my students. Yesterday I was giving them a critique and feedback how you should not just copy straight ahead this one, but what can you do in terms of crafting, right? And so what we're gonna do, we're not gonna go through every single poses, but we're gonna see only the major one, right? So one of the things I wanna keep in mind, guys, that in general, what I see is like poses looking very stiff, right? So for example, if you see the line of action here of the spine, just a very straight line here, finger not very appealing. You see the line of action here very stiff, right? So overall, not very appealing. So another things you can do instead when you're thinking about the line of action, even trying to exaggerate a little bit more and having a little bit of curve, right? That's going from from the shoulder here. You have this kind of line of action here. And another thing is you have to be careful when character has a very long rack because having this kind of angle is definitely not very appealing, right? You want to have something a little bit more gentle here, right? I think this is gonna make it a little bit more interesting. It's gonna blend a little bit nicer on the line of action, right? And because here the character is not really about leaving the legs here behind, so I don't really want to have the leg stretch here, right? Because for contrast, I want to have it in the next pose. So I'd rather to do this kind of pose here, right? And another things here, the arms, they have this kind of twinned pose, right? In a way. So maybe I want to see if I can find something more, a little bit more appealing, right? And maybe this one can be a little bit more, or necessarily maybe more down here, or maybe we can do a little bit higher, right? Right. So at least it doesn't look almost too much the same. Okay. Maybe you can have it a bit more straight. Yeah, you can have it open up here. I will leave it up to you how to explore, guys. But definitely, I don't want to just have this one here, right? And again, even for the hands, try maybe to separate a little bit better. Okay, okay, to make it a little bit more interesting. All right, guys. Now going to the next one here. Here again, you see how very stiff it is here, right? It looks like the line of action is like this. Look, boom, right? Straight down here, and then like this, right? So again, it's not very organic. Okay. So again, another thing, see when potentially you can have already a nice line of action here, right? So it's something that maybe we wanna do where you wanna think about an organic line from the shoulder to the hip, right? And then here again, because it started to push up, right? Again, I don't want to have this sharp angle here, right? Okay. And then from here, I want to have a nice line of action where the leg behind is kind of pushing, okay? Maybe here we want to see the the heel up, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to do here, guys? And I really like how the arms is going here forward, right? I think this is could be a nice way um, to do your character, right? See, sometimes you can take a look at what things are in the reference already. Sometimes there are already stuff that are good you can take, and you can make them look even better. Okay, maybe the head in here, right? And for the other arms, I think I just wanna see. I'm trying to use here. I can clearly see what's going on here with the arms. Here I'm using the negative space to to frame the arm correctly. Okay, something like this. Okay, but again, very important. You see this line of action, guys? Okay, here is again, I'm exaggerating because here is more like this, right? So I'm exaggerating here. That's your job as animator, not just to bluntly copy the reference, because even though this one is not even a full copy, but again, it's not very appealing. You need to craft and coming up with something that looks very appealing in terms of design, right? And here there is not much to say. Besides, again, you have to be careful about this double edge here, right? But the character here needs to be a little bit more forward. See, I think she's more forward here, so the character needs to be along this way, okay? And obviously, again, you're gonna have these other, legs going up, right? But again, you wanna have a nice line of action here, okay? See, again, you see what I'm trying to do here. See how this feels immediately more dynamic. Now we're going to this other part here, to the landing. Again, same stuff here. The landing, see here again, the torso is very straight. Here we see, for example, it's nicer because you can see a little bit of 3/4, right, of your chest. Here is just a straight line, okay? And again, this is not the most appealing in terms of posing when it comes to the chest, right? So again, try to have some bit of curvature here. I think it's nice, the intuition here, to push the leg a little bit higher, okay? Right? And then here, see, you want the kind of diagonal line, right? Okay. And here, again, maybe because of these legs is up, then maybe we can counterbalance and having this kind of, this one here a little bit lower, right? Gonna have this arm lower, and maybe this one, it can be higher, okay? See how immediately this start to look more appealing? So you can see the difference between this one and this one here, guys, right? Same stuff here, all right? See, like, I feel like this is starting to get more organic here, right? This is almost quite good, right? So see like, I want to see this, right? Want to see the contrast between this leg, not fully stretched, but a little bit less, and this one more bend, while these two are kind of the same, right? Instead, I want to do this one, right? And see here, there is an opportunity to show the other arms, right? See that you can see that this arm is more forward and this is kind of behind. Here, they're kind of parallel, or not parallel, but they occupy the same space, right? I always like how the shoulder can overlap the head, right? And here again, another opportunity. You see, you need to see that it doesn't look very nice when the legs it's bent too much like this, and this one again is not very stretched, right? So again, I think like again, we want to go from here. We want to go from here, right? Again, this is a more exaggerated version of what we did before, right? See again the line of action here. And this one can be straight, right? The head could be here, right? And maybe here the other arms kind of overlap like this, okay? All right? See the difference, right? You go from this curve here to a straight line. Now here, same stuff. You notice how the spine is always straight. The hip look like now it's pointing, it looks broken, there's not really following. And then here the arm is like this, right? The legs is fine, but the leg is pretty much easy. But again, what you could do is, again, feeling the line of action of the momentum of the of the of the jump, right? Of the side jump here. And again, you want to have this one. I think it's really cool to have this one kind of straight line, okay? And then you have something like this. Okay, guys? You have the head in here, you have this one here, and this one like this. See how more graphical this one immediately look like? All right? Again, even here, see, there is stuff to improve because here it's kind of like this, right? I'm improving it here, right? Don't need to reinvent the wheel on everything, just clean it up and understand which are the area where you want to push, right? Same stuff here. I know I'm kind of repeating myself. Now I'm going to go a bit faster. Look at here. See? Kind of the same of the previous one, right? See, I think also it's nice that this is a little bit more straight and this is more diagonal, right? See? But you see then this one, it doesn't look nice, right? See what I'm talking about? Here as well, okay? Um, I think here when you group the leg, um, I think even when I group the leg, I want to see a little bit the other leg more here, okay? Okay, a little bit more here, maybe a little bit more here, the other calf behind, okay? So it kind of, they overlap a little bit. Here it's kind of disappear again. Um, and again, when we do stuff like this is okay. Want to have a nice arc here, right? But then again, I want to have the other one. So this, they could overlap like this. And here the other arms, you know. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Here again, I choose, for example, this is very straight in the middle, not very appealing to make a breakdown like this, right? Also, she's falling way too much, right? She's not that far back, right? But I was saying it's better to choose to favor always one side. So I would have choose this side here. Again, see how you can group the leg, right? See, you can have this very nice organic, because when you have fast movement, having beautiful line of action, especially very clean, is extremely crucial and important, or else your animation will look very jittery. Even here, there is a lot to improve in here. See? Right? Let's go here. Just go straight line. Even if you this one, you want to push it a little bit more, right? Okay. See? There are, even here, because you see here it's all messy, right? Okay. No, so it's not very appealing. This is more appealing. This is nice. Oh, sorry, my line is not perfect, but you're getting the point, right? Same stuff here, right? Continue to curve the chest more. Oops. Here, right? And here. You can have always a perfect curve. You have bones after all, right? So you need to show them, right? But there are still plenty of things that we can improve, all right? Okay, same stuff here. Again, this one could have been like this. Okay, and the other arms, I will make it come out from here, right? And here again, maybe here is the moment where I want to see the break. I think here it's nice to have a break, because you're landing, you want to start to break now those line, okay? And the weight, see, the weight needs to be more behind, so needs to be more here, okay? I think you're getting the point here. And same stuff here when she's going away. See, look like that the entire body is just stiff like this, and everything is pointing here. You can see here that first of all the line of action is more like this, because the body is dragging behind, but I think what is really nice is that her eyes are already pointing here. So her look, she's leaning with her head, with her look, but everything else is gonna stay behind. You see how this is more dynamic, right? Right? See how the arm kind of stays behind. This one could stays behind, right? Here I don't have these feelings because everything is straight, right? Is already too much here, right? Is not that appealing. So again, I think it's very important. This is like a big mistake that the beginners do when they have a reference. They don't understand what they're trying to do. They don't understand the mechanics of the key poses. They just look like they're trying to copy, which in my opinion is not enough, because again, if your only job is to copy a reference, You will be replaceable very soon, I can guarantee you guys. This is something I can't stress enough. All right, so you need to think more as an artist, more in an artistic way, or else you're doing a job that very soon a machine can do. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Ciao ciao.